Chema Wontumi aye ewo kromo ano. Why no nya where? Samra boy case is not the only case. Exim Bank da ho twɛn Tano Nimri da ho twɛn no. Okoko road contract ahodo. Ya two aba MPP elusu wie kra na asa January na Benedict Boss yako egusu di road contract wiska neso no nyai. Me say me de. Now, the youth of Ghana Ubia Ghana for be any other ho.
This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Wontumi is a political prisoner.
Honorable Patricia Apiaje Wano, the deputy minority leader, the minority caucus. Na sabre dia wamo eye san central for shemu and wamo chere wo kan ya besi say Wontumi eye political prisoner say judicial no wamo judicial wamo anya omadwuma said ya wasan ko mo ye no said na Wontumi person wasesa ne lawyers kra ne preferred lawyers kra wa anya kwanya ene o ma anya dwuma e wo sensem yi ho ana ma Wontumi akwakoda fiase nti sabre dia Wontumi a political prisoner. But whenever I see the MPP, the minority, talking about the judiciary, I na ye me sere. I na ye me mabo. Abribia me ka ede Onyankopon se o ma me NK Obrempong. Sa djuma yi mi swakra na me so ho da ye se me ye sentroni. Na metimi ate nsem ase na metimi ehunu se de amemu otie. Me swaku tekete. I think na me obey primary. Ana me shase develop or pepper or do. And the majuma me ye. The MPP cannot and never talk about the judiciary. Say attention be akoso. And anye maybe wo mu a enye. 1 year yahuni gone are the days sir. Now say political figures. Biti say Wontumi mo shanka asamuba 8 years ni asam ni wie. Because ye be ye tactics. So we shall some boy Casey Wontumi lead counsel na ye honorable and the Akubi. Ana na lawyer and I know the Wontumi achi. Court to share date on the 3rd of July. Say Wontumi judgment say ba e hwape and the Akubi nyare bibia nya and the Akubi. Oh sorry no say ontimi ni Wontumi achi bio ware draw. It is a see ane de Wontumi ko fa aye atachia lawyer atachia no medical synonym ne nyina ye delay tactics wa bere ko ye tie prosecution witness ahodo a wo mo nyina be testify against Wontumi e wo court wono ankasa ne managing director de ma akonta mining e be gina asemi be testify against Wontumi sampa Wontumi de ma ye nsa kwan ne de enko samra boy. Say yanko to galam say I idea biam na naka gone are the days near to asem say 6 months near to us 1 year near to us na banya done na send nipa no fan nwadi. This time is the research time. Aw man pani John Dramani Mahama diaba enti dia na course so a MPP for mo si anyamode another minority caucus in parliament dia na anyamode. The Wontumi ye no say obi a company and now obi a de and the Wontumi ko ye was Samra boy ama ensu e to ye ne yiri fa Samra boy for nyina. Now the people of Samra boy, residents of Samra boy, they are talking ko hwe nra da ye nije a epiem o Samra boy ko Samra boy ko hwe enra Ghana fo semamufo e wo Samra boy wo mo nije age se Wontumi a wo ba Samra boy ebe diverti nsuo kwanya hodo ebe tu galamse wo nsuo na namu amenei nsuo toye no enkrofo bebre were displaced by the rains. Our Samra boy over 2,000 residents because Chairman Wontumi nko apene hoanya ni wa ye ye manabro so. And you talk about the judiciary, as I said earlier on, the minority caucus and the entire MPP do not have any moral right to talk about the judiciary. We are in this country in December November in the year 2024, ahead of the 2024 general elections, the minority leader, Honorable Alexander Fenyomaken, etimi ko Supreme Court on Friday. Ama a day what they assembly on that day now he got judgment or he got ruling. Ama Supreme Court at the stay of execution. To the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Sumarakis for Bagman, now some pronouncement to make he say MPs are woman free on party mako independent. Any MPs are free independent, Abed Granny on party no. Emre womra sebe Germany say, Sautu Sana Monwa, Wombamra sebe Gambiem, Kwapim time or Consoys if one bessa to Abama Bio. Obakaya in 2020, then Professor Michael Kwe Jr. Adibidi Andrew, our Formina, Honorable Andrew, our Formina, Wapamoni film na sebe Gefie, Wabrana, Honorable Andrew, a free MPP saw or co-content crow or co-independent, our Formina. Amana na do call ko ka kire for me na say ontimi ne Honorable Andrew nyadwuma bi otimo bi anto aba ama no my to aba Andrew winning as independent candidate Andrew pe and the team ma the MPP majority sanya sa anka in the year 2020 about where to you know MPP nya 137 NDC nya 137 anka paye. But the rejected stone and another Kufa the rejecting one from Menano. One or somebody no budget to me say Obekokosi as an independent candidate with the MPP and a more majority. I'm not sure who is talking about the judiciary here. And the MPP and the J, the anti-LGBTQ plus bill from February 2024 at the Kotu Supreme Court. Wabrana, the former Chief Justice of the Republic, Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokunu, Ateso. 11 good months. Not Beono at the Supreme Court. Who is talking about the judiciary here? Under the MPP, before no mobile passing e-levy. Now NDC for at the e-levy across Supreme Court. Now Yanka assembly here. Assembly that your friend is a Supreme Court. Now so MPP for a passing e-levy. Who is talking about the judiciary here? You don't have the right. Honorable Patricia PJ and the entire minority caucus in this country, you don't possess that moral right to talk about the judiciary. Well, last year, Honorable Martin Yundam, wano ne constituency no cry friend say me wura fi ne constituency no asemo ba ho obi nka kire me say and MPP and come back the NDC MP ana. But the Supreme Court now, Chief Justice Olidi, Justice Paul Bafuboni, one more 10 assembly muna, one say Martin Yindam, kona kodi UMP. Ko ya mi say a young people for come back to me ayesa na. Don't dear mobile ebe bo judiciary na baso. Judiciary na yade. I feel the man who fair justice. But anko mamu biania, you have to denigrate the justice system in Ghana. I was saying can someone find good the justice system mufi because anko amfama MPP for no. Me say gone are the days. Na say asam eba court na a political figure be involved. It will take 8 years, 10 years, 20 years before Sunday Yebeka assembly or sometimes you discontinue assembly because a political figure. The chairman Wontumi aye ewo kurom ano. Why no nya where? Some of the case is not the only case. Exim Bank the whole China. Tano Nimri the whole China. Road contractor who do Coco road contractor who do Bernard and Chibu Siako, the Ashanti regional chairman of the MPP, and GSO Beye, ya two about MPP Elusu Ukraine, Asa Jerry, na Bernard and Chibu Siako, Egusu G road contract, who can no yay. What are you telling Ghanaians? We say, I'm dead. Now, the youth of Ghana, Ubia Ghana for be any other. Obia no cry, Obia no light. At these press conferences, the MPP, the MEYAN say you are not learning. And each day the party keeps going down. The MPP, the New Patriotic Party, keeps sinking. Because no crab bakopa mubetimi aka owiase eyamoden ba Ghana for ehuamemu amubebu ye. So George Media no so na FM. Now the leadership of the RBB, woma meeting. Emergency one pa ade hwe yanko na fe yanko kan womo nsemu a womo de atudwa efa judgment at the Accra High Court. Womo ede ema eye Bernard Ntwibo asiako say one them a year in 20 years. So the leadership of the New Patriotic Party, together with the flag bearer and the party's legal team, is currently in a meeting to thoroughly review the judgment delivered by the court in the case involving our Ashanti Regional Chairman, Mr. Bernard Ntwibo Asiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, concerning the Samurai Boy mining matter, and to determine the appropriate next course of action. The party will communicate its official position and the decisions arising from these deliberations in due course. In the meantime, I respectfully urge all members of our great party to rally behind the leadership during this challenging moment. Let us remain calm, united, disciplined, and steadfast in our commitment to the values and interests of the New Patriotic Party. Thank you, Justin Frimpong Kodia Esquire, General Secretary of the MPP. Your friend Henry Okum Ansu Ebowura Assassinum Wabrekua na Yemano Tumi Biara approve Biara every the last minister no ho said Yembra Echireno. Yantos in your Henry ended up mining there. Henry Rasa Cinemuno, even though there's no approval, no permission be any sir. Henry Betimi a mining but a son sir, not Chairman Wontumi didn't pemu. Adiama Henry Aboninchino, one also a two a good year, I was Sabi I a yet Samurai Boy mining site war. Now, actually, now police for to was say, baby, na Henry, a mining now one who excavators. Omuko hunu gold, womuko hunu adwuma yefo, se womu wo site wa, womu ye adwuma. Now yen to aso. Abai ni story. Eno ejina so ama Wontumi sabre wakopiem no. Abai ni say, Wontumi gave Henry the concession to mine illegally. Sasasina Bernard Ntwibo Asiako, Chairman Wontumi, adema Henry Okum no, wode ma no, awo breku a enyina mraso. Illegal way ana Chairman Wontumi adema Henry Okum se wonye sa adwuma no ewo honom na afei wono Chairman Wontumi enya sika bebre efiri sa concession na odema Henry Okum no ho wobreko a wanyina mmra so yanto so Wontumi so asem o kan say I only told Henry to go and plant coconut and fix the damaged land. I never told him to mine. Chairman Wontumi say Dabi Henry Okum no de one of the catcher say one quote na sasina woman to galamse no wawie no anka no nko kata so no fendua kube na kube ni ba o tia na ka wo boy wo brekwa no kata amana no so no wo de ateneka sa na Wontumi e ka kire court no na dentina sensem ya Chairman Wontumi kan ye no eye judge no tia asem so no one je sa asem no antum yanko there was no contract on paper. So the judge looked at the logic. Wontumi ni Henry Okum woman throw contract bia. What the assassin man say uncle reclaim your assassin no fendua kube and answer uncle mine. Eti ye be hwe de esi ye near the akasem no say contract da so de a okay me Chairman Wontumi assassin way me de man Henry Okum say uncle metumi galam say awie uncle kata so no fendua kube. Affair then Henry and Nay, Okoye mining. No contract, no nothing of that sort. And a see yet. Yet also, Henry is a miner. Henry Okum, Chairman Wontumi say the assassin man. Say Uncle Katasuno Fendia Kubeno. Henry a miner, a non-miner will be him. A tia day na Henry. Ever call mining site so. Say, wo kwa kokata so no de ni sika na adua kube wo breko onye kube adwuma. That's the logic. Me ye minor me tu agudie wo fom adena your friend is saying see you baba be hu mi say Obrempong bra kwasase wei metu your friend is saying go da wie ama manade da ho kona kokata so wa ma me sika bia me de be yesa na mo me kata so na me friend dua kube. How many years ne take answer na kube anyini ya nyina ya nyine ho ya mie ya adwenem. How many years minor odi ni sika sade mu a o to no wo ho akoton say on train 4-5 years 3 years na kube nyini na wonte na Henry wote kube no akoto ama hwan onye kube businessman oye minor eti Henry oye minor na denti anodi ni sika ebe kwa kokota amana so keke adua kube ana ye nyina ya nwene won kwaji. Wontumi admitted he never asked the minister for permission. Oje tum se sa na odi ma Henry no wanye ho permission wanye ho tumi and the lands minister and chain. Henry under oath, he told me to mine first, then use the money to do the reclamation. Henry court no. One who catch the court and say, Chairman want to make a say on to a good year no. Our farm na onye sika ansa and or the kokata and menana galamse menano so it is semi yen picky film a minor o si dan dia kube o si chama wontumi di asase ne ma no se won to gold no onya sika no de akata amna no so. The judge said Wontumi's coconut tree explanation came too late and it didn't make sense. Wontumi asemo de man say nka Henry enkonko dua kube na nyina wate na wo de atua ne ka no kire kura asem na kire kura no de bae na wotiem kura so ane de na Henry ka no a na nyansa sabi bia anim. Eti judge no entie. The big legal point here, by law, you can't hand over your mining license to someone else without the minister signing off. Eti yankwane the Minerals and Mining Amendment Act 2019 under another Kufuado under the MPP wamu amende the Minerals and Mining Act no and somewhat eka edifa se wo concession awutu wo god wo so na se wo de bema obi a ekwan ben na obefa so yanhwe emrani ne a person who without a license granted by the minister undertakes a mining operation contrary to a provision of this act or instigates, command, counsel, procures, solicits, or in any manner purposely aids, facilitates, encourage, or promote any act in contravention of a provision of this act in respect of which a penalty has not been specified. Contract a non-Ghanaian to provide mining support services commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 10,000 penalty units and not more than 15,000 penalty units, and to a term of imprisonment of not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years in prison. And the act in here, the actual say without a license granted by the minister and attacks a mining operation contrary to a provision of this act. Sa act way and another Kufuado and the MPP for no more amended the Minerals and Mining Act. Enti Henry Ejina Chema Wontumi anuma samso ekoye mining ewo Samra boy wabreko womanje permission and free the last minister ho. Simple and tetia yabum wabum raso. Koye galam say not even proper mining. Tutu mna tutu yabubu nyagui. Aside forest. Kwan bia so ano mo pe. Enti under the MPP 2022 and another Kufuado together with the minority of Mrasebejem for EPAC LI 2462 a legislative instrument allow mining activities in our forest reserves. the last minister, the current lands and natural resource minister, Honorable Himano Amakofibua, Anna Wabaya, Meno Kasei, where you saw LI 2462 na Nanda Kwakufa, the deba say, Yebetimia ye mining away and forest reserves, Nanda Kwakufado. One no man who crying Nebraso. So the Mining Act, you know, is stated clearly. Say Nipano enkuta permission from the minister. You can't mine, even if the concession you can't mine. You can't. It doesn't happen anywhere. And the MPP for some way, woman kasa, woman say, you know, woman can't say, woman can. Woman tiasie, woman who the Minerals and Mining Act, you know, woman who is on your way. Anna de Chema won't to me, you know, Wabum Raso, and I won't Raso, if the Chema won't to me, I can say, admit you court. Say, one jet permission, and 3 minutes, I last minister, and young brand Wabusuno, Mwana Mube Changino, between 15 to 25 years. See a child say, well, yes, how do we are, Mining Act, and I'm a and the Akandia Chairman 2019, the Mining Seminar Act. It's the same way, a Chemuba near here, Sabi, Mumwa, Wontumi Kasa, would just sign Chilano Assassin or Betiasia. But Yanko, as usual, Yanko 2 foot of Vengo Ghana of Wani, Yanko Su, Yanko Yanimumutu from Yanya Wasam, Yamma Ghana who. Yeme wiase nyina hu say ya fa kwambone so jeli chema Wontumi de chema Wontumi aye o wiase ya no enu adai MPP for na o mani age MPP for I can send you videos one mun tell you go to Ashanti region where Chema Wontumi was the regional chairman na kwatie asem wa MPP for anka say wo ka go and you are here giving us crocodile cries. So as a wusu, as a young woman, one minor Daniel free. Then time one, now ye dear someone not turning at Tuagunu, ya Daniel free or any of you. Yan Shasabium, I'm a minor and say, so say what's some in the bar, Patim, ya dear ye, call ya down crying. Now, Anya and Shasudia, and from for fra, a show me to so many or may bonia. One mobedi. I was trying to told you, so. Na fe yem fema na nsema hodo aka ni nyina no yem biabiem ewa ha yenko na fe yenko piem ewo special prosecutor ni office. The office of the special prosecutor are responding to a US immigration court and a judge Wababeka said they were not able to provide enough evidence and some chesampa ken na ya kuntunkunu ko foriata waya bone kese bi o man Ghana ha omo hwehwe no etise asasem no atoagu yankan the office of the special prosecutor ne nsema wode ababayi a US immigration judge ano ewo ken na ya kuntunkuru ko foriata ne nsema no hom it was say the office of the special prosecutor has taken note of a transcript of hearing purportedly emanating from an immigration court in the United States involving Mr. Kenneth Nanayo Oforiatta, which is being circulated by some media houses, suggesting that Mr. Oforiatta has not been credibly charged in Ghana or credibly shown to have engaged in any wrongdoing in Ghana. The OSP stated on 16 June 2026 that it is not involved in immigration hearings in the United States involving Mr. Oforiatta, and that the OSP's involvement relates to extradition proceedings against Mr. Oforiatta through the Attorney General as the central authority. The OSP reiterates that the extradition packet is not before the immigration court. The credibility or otherwise of the criminal charges against Mr. Oforiatta is a matter for determination by the courts in Ghana, which have jurisdiction to determine his guilt or innocence. Such matters are not determined by an immigration court in the United States. The OSP states that it is important to distinguish between 3 separate legal proceedings involve Mr. Ofori-Atta. 1. United States immigration proceedings, which concern Mr. Ofori-Atta's immigration status in the United States. 2. Extradition proceedings in the United States, which would determine whether Mr. Ofori-Atta should be surrendered to Ghana under the relevant extradition treaty. 3. The criminal prosecution of Mr. Ofori-Atta in Ghana for corruption and corruption-related offences before the High Court, Accra. The OSP reiterates that Mr. Ofori-Atta remains the subject of criminal proceedings in Ghana, which are before the High Court, Accra. A valid warrant of arrest has been issued by the High Court, Accra, and Mr. Ofori-Atta remains a fugitive from justice in Ghana. He is required to submit himself to the jurisdiction of the High Court, Accra, to answer the criminal charges pending against him. The criminal proceedings in Ghana shall continue in accordance with applicable law and the directives of the High Court, Accra, whether or not Mr. Ofori-Atta is present in Ghana. Mr. Ofori-Atta remains the subject of criminal proceedings in Ghana, and there exists a valid warrant of arrest issued by the High Court, Accra. Mr. Ofori-Atta remains a fugitive from justice in Ghana, and he is required to submit himself before the High Court in Ghana to answer the criminal charges. The 21st day of July 2026, the office of the special prosecutor Orakisi Jaben and what is Enkrata Yababe Tuda was say that one immigration court on fire of Ofori-Atta extradition 7 comma immigration court no Ofori-Atta kwa you know and the visa won somewhere kwa wi America America for say ada ne ama visa na da su ti kromo a ene ya chew eno nti ana kan Ofori-Atta ko pie mo immigration court na it is not the extradition process. The office of the special prosecutor, together with the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana, which is the central authority, one more fight is Ofori-Atta, Aba Ghana, none is stewardship as the finance minister of the Republic of Ghana from 2017 up to 2024 February. We see from one may accountable to the people. Sika would be a and this a Bible so say under Ken Nanaya Kuntunkunu Ofori-Atta. No, you're mindful to some for no. After Mia be a Jumedia was said in a Nisa, it's young comrade no mayano, 101 Francois. It is still now. Ken Ofori-Atta is a fugitive from justice. I will my Ghana more share him say. On one Casacra Bayan on Fanny Hombra. High Court a one cry, ha. Nank one brand to Tunano. We are finance minister no. Sika say in a foul. Then I would yeah. Account to the people. But now, there comes the question again. Is the OSP, together with the Attorney General's department, are they following the correct and the rightful procedure with respect to this extradition process? Are they doing it? Because this afternoon, Farouk Al-Wahab, international diplomatic consultant, Eddie Nkomo, and he stated it emphatically, said, process the special prosecutor after so person what they can Ofori-Atta Ghana no enye da and then what chiletika ho because internationally the world do not recognize the office of the special prosecutor, and as of now the US they do not recognize any extradition process by the office of the special prosecutor of America. I met him Ofori-Atta. It is a say and a bear dia and you're not Ghana, you forget it. I did kind of Ofori-Atta. One Casacas or Beba Cromwa, Sanya Sadia, I didn't dump it. Because process now, the office of the special prosecutor, Oraki Sejabe, and Nam Swano, and Yadia Betimidi, Ken Nanaya Kuntunkunu Ofori-Atta, the former finance minister of the Republic of Ghana, a betimid about my Ghana, Hanum say. Ama bibi biara etim yesi ya
se di ka fra tie for me se nsem fun koso everybody ya sam yare na me so ni mo kam ndinda no ma ba na ti kakra no na me kakra na hwe
ya nto aso ya hwe galam say fight Bernard Ntwibo esi akodi Ashanti regional chairman of the MPP Sabri Amede to say eno ade ya the Accra High Court the 20 years jail sentence at the atono so say onkwanko de efiase with hard labor na enye asotwe ananya senda homa afofra womo they are involved in galamsey was samra boy kwa wokoye kotu wagudie wo fom sense ase bu nu agru fom na oma ho kwan kra ma afofro so a woman give permission and license be free the Lands and Natural Resource Minister ho eko wura sa kwaye num na womudi sedjuma no MPP for asori said there be we a political prosecution na akosoro no ana ama chairman Wontumi akwakodem wo afiase sensemi then now can dey found
yo minya Obrempong Obrempong akasa o ama ene almost bibia tutu Obrempong akasa o bibia tutu you see makacho say MPP for the minimum what na parliament minimum pa today they are organizing press conference
yes
as a government in waiting that
yes.
is minority
yes
that has been in government left government not up to 2 years
2 years
in Kaminia Cecilia Apiaje and Anya Cecilia Dapa Patricia Apiaje
deputy minority leader
Bisanu say one mu na yembra LI 2462
Nananda Kwakufado
party ben
MPP
na Apiaje zo or party ben
MPP
ntino kacho ya tinse mfun okro ya gusuti mumu tumi yemra ananka Ghana kwae bia no Ghana mra chichire no se mu bia nkom
enkoye mining activities
ato mu bia nkom ena mu na nado ba power onu ni the late forestry man Sir John
yeah
mu yemra se no mu yisa mmra no afro nto bia nkokwaye mu no nkoye de no nkotu ena mo ahye Wontumi kutupa na nado ahye no kutupa ndra mika obebi se inka Wontumi wo box mu no inka se so mfre na nado as in witness e kire se na nado be ka kire Ghana for say as we speak Akuntaman is not doing any gala o amega inka se Wontumi afre no as witness no be ka wo court say
because we dey dance here
we dey dance na we ni nyina echi ma say mrada dan ho mudi LI 2462
yes
e dia matumi se obi ankotu en obi akotu ena Wontumi abie companies no omugya manfo asase krata okita susu enye no di kotu na nne emra eye Ghana mra no onini na adi no we say a political deal MPP for say omo political deal
they consider Wontumi to be a political prisoner
yes if political then it is Nanado and they who must up that time to pass this law to allow citizens to enter forest and mine. They are the people. It is not NDC. So they should say that it is a political what? MPP political prisoner. Yes, Wontumi is MPP political prisoner because Emra Ewohono Omabe Bumbran. Do you get it right? And that is what has happened. But that aside, Wontumi is a very big lesson to all of us. We should learn from it. Don't listen to what the MPP parliamentary leadership, the press conferences, because they don't want you to know the truth. The truth is that we must learn this lesson. These are the reason why an African man will always refuse to do the right thing. Because you have people like MPP supporting their people to do bad things. Mining is a good thing, isn't it?
It's good.
Very good.
Sure.
And we thank God that He has given us land that is full of minerals. And so what next? Corporate governance, proper management. Do you get it right? This is the reason why some of us spoke a lot during the free SHS Amudi Bar. Go green, akodabe to me go school 3 months, now I bet in 6 months.
Sure.
What is that person going to learn? And a year or a day that you have taken out of that child's life, no, lever SSA all do in terms of concrete learning, all do na yeah no aso musimun kofi. And that is what, look, the people, some of the people that we have today, the youth that we have today, some of them through the SHS, no, inka omunya proper management of education system, they could have done better than they are doing today.
Okay.
They could have done better. Wherever you are, I am telling you as SHS, one from 2017,
Yes.
they could have done better.
So you were not surprised about the last year results, what's your culture? What's the about maybe failing?
No. That is the repercussion, the ripple effect of should I say a very bad education system. Because can you imagine, say, Obiako school 3 months, now I bet in 6 months. Then didn't parents complain, say, Omuma, especially girls,
you are getting pregnant.
Yes. Who did that? Who caused that? Do you think if we have resources, the classrooms are there, the foods are available, the teachers are available, accommodations are available, you will be leaving your child to go and stay home for 6 months? No. According to me, sorry, let's say school, they have extended the vacation. Now I said, she told me, now I said, some more born in the education system. That is what they've delivered. And so today, when you see Wontumi case, yes, we are going to deliver that again in the future. Because in car, I had opportunity. Time I me na me call school abrutisa, and when you meet a Chinese, young Chinese,
yes,
and a South Koreans, you muko class. In fact, the economics calculations too board swat. The way these young guys produce results, now let's no crap so come that is a citizen from a country.
Wow.
A citizen from a country, and the government has invested. The Chinese government, say, Ubeko school American, is ready to invest in you. In the school fees class, $500,000 no betia. Wow. Because they want you to go and bring that knowledge, that brain, that is scientific brain, able to me properly China. What did you train our children to do? Wherever we go, we are suffering, or they are suffering. One is a Ghana for Africa or Japan. They know the what? They know the theory, but the practical one failing.
Yeah.
It has been happening. So, nya esi ewo Wontumi sunu, enya sema eye obiade in a way there eye de.
But in a way, actions, no?
Yes. But don't forget, who can say me chairman I said don't get that say nana do si ye di kwasia na epri to me. Ye di kwasia na di epri to me. Wontumi ya ni nyina no na nana do no nim say wa fa kwasia ogina kwasia chi e di epri to me e di amane ho. One say na Wontumi ta sa 2020 ye be ko election no na ogina ho all saseti se beauty se ponko. Do you guys ye di kwasia na epri to me in there asem to no nana lutifie.
So we Wontumi galam say me sorry to the extent say someone bugina po no get the lands and natural resources.
Yes.
Sakra Troy.
Yes.
Mama Penny say Wontumi ade a wo ye no galam say na no de Mama Penny anye hwehwemu antie no beka che Ghana fo nyina say Akonta mining is not and never involved in a year galam say
the same party.
Yes.
The same party for.
To see a Ghana for almost a Jumedi obey make never be a cassette and Nakufado obey the CV Ghanaians.
Oh, yes. Now, say one the civil Ghana, then you are not a good YMS.
Yes.
Okay. So go and look at his balance sheet. Million people need to or yet the dynamics of our balance sheet. Nana do balance sheet. What giants are no coffee. Oh no, go for brother any hunkombo. Yeah, because if from Kwame Nkrumah time, yeah, Jow 120 billion debt.
Yes.
Do you get it right?
Yes.
And I would Eddie cost 700 and something.
By 2016.
By 2016.
Yes.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Yes. 120 billion. Do you get it right?
Yes.
And Ukrainu more UP tradition for the SM 9 billion. Yeah, SM 9 billion. And na ye jatu. In there, Nanado Kofi no. Do look at the figures. A car, Mangasa Busia nyo, Senka Ubo Busia, Edia Wie, Kumasi, Accra Express Road, Eye Busia Papa, a Chese, a Bejiska or Esadia ABB, Udi Busia, Edia Biensho, Amansionunya, Udi Sabo Tap Susa, now Udiska
expanded the school system.
Just even look at the electricity. If you send a Musin Crawford, we are Mujina. You see, Unyangu Pomrantemu, Number Buyatem. Because in Grofo we share electricity in there. We use 1 cedi. That is the smallest brain. That was so precious, so competent. 1 cedi to stop the mess of not getting fuel for our thermal plants. MPP Atina Konjasu 8 years. Omentumi anye. Omutumi cry pylon. Ahumanu abrusa akra to warehouse for the next 10 years. Nyansa ni omi hwa ye ni fuel. You see, osuna jinswa. Abu osuna osun keke. And that is why we've suffered like that. Today that has been changed. Today that almost gold board wanyashi gold board sanyan sankitiwa gold board di buy led by Sami Demfi say free neko obi bia gold shall botomu di kwa we smuggler. Look at this small brain. Any osunu trim. Small brain when you osunu ya bra India for abesisa gold akọ Lebanese abesisa akọ Dubai for the omudi ya twins a train twins that small brain in their branch, any board members, any Bank of Ghana, Etinasi, finance minister, look at us. Ghana fan into my pafra. Onyanku ponti, eya juyo, eya nyansa. Ye kacho bise, oni nyansa. Na wafa mfantu huwa mama ose. Efa ye gold hun. Na safa 1 cedi. Efa ye fuel hun. Na bisa hun se na nyansa we ni na wohi. Da ye bresa. Ye. So it is about brain. So we should learn from this. What has happened to Wontumi? You see, Nyeha Mini say, yes, also our family. No matter what, our family.
Sure.
Our family. But Senka, Nanando to meet Wontumi, send His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Etia and there, Inka Wontumi on Koda jail. In 10 people for Muna Mudi Wontumi the court jail.
Too much like I said, another Kahona Wabuana Chema Wontumi.
And yes, I met Miaka Maka. On another Sepakacho Sanka Wontumi on friend another as witness in the box. No Maka said Nana Sawan Kasawaka said me in your Bolivia. The catcher court, catcher judge out in a whole share. Catchereno. They are the people. And MPP for no Omuni Ferrio. In Kami press conference, me, I will not let my face be there because my face back on. We are going to meet you on the debate platform. Now, besides, and I'm who's a political this. Who brought this LI 2462? Who brought it? Who is Nanado? Was he not your president?
Yes. And
our Ghana's president, your leader in the political party. And you never got to say, Akuntama and Yagalamse. So about say nande who the best say political what?
Per the Wontumi aya quarter man 20 years so Wontumi any the party MPP the minority caucus in parliament one more press conference I can say meetings I hold on trode but say this is a political prosecution na akoso ama Wontumi akwakode no enye sana Ghana for woman hunu say a political prosecution
na one who flood e ba Samra boy.
Yes. 30% of the time.
In the when was the last time I had the answer this year?
Mr.
So many years.
The residents of Samra Boy,
yes.
You know, ewa year money enti enra de ya time wa the Accra High Court at 20 years jail sentence.
Yes.
So
Samra Boy
go chema Wontumi so no.
Na Ghana from here.
It's a ready about your mommy who na ye bona Ghana for.
Baby amoya galamse no serious no. Ehonu no. Nanado ni krom anya galamzama nso abefa ebuakwa krom no for the first time.
Yeah.
Nanado ankasa nka fa video no on hwese na obu man no. You see, we criticize Nanado, myself included, but I've never insulted him. But criticisms will come when I have a reason why I am criticizing you. And empirical evidence for the reason why I am criticizing you.
Honorable Meba.
Maybe I say so to ya. So to ya e ya fekuri because nega mi say ya ka yehun side people kai. Nega mi say no kome ya, kono ase komo ya mutu amani ya na makata so. Na e kama we mutu ya mo jama na ho sana mo.
Enti honorable Osha residents I was Samra Boy baby a chairman Wontumi ekotu sagalam say ye ne yama na 20 years wode yakomu ewo prison ebinim nsem mo ka ha be ha wom ebinim sususu say na aban na wo sen koto no bo ase ne iska bi kura nko ntwa ma Wontumi na Wontumi ntia ɛno nso kyerɛ wa do
obiara kasa wo na ɔmanka no ɔmakasa paa na maame baako no mate sɛ ɔno na ɛyɛ Patricia Piaget senior sister asana nti nka ɔmfrɛ ɔkasɛm bi ɔse wontumi yɛ wei no nyina no adɛnti na ɔmampanyin no manka kyerɛ no nti nka sɛ yɛmfa no ɔno nya Piaget kɔ na naado hɔ na naado no yɛnkɔ bisa no neɛ nti a wankasa ntia mmom na wo sa akɔfo asɛm no so we've listened to all of them obiara wɔ point enye me de say ebia wontumi crazy
unya bibia mfrim
there be me nya bibia mfrim me ni no kra sha okay ye sha one on one the first day oko CID headquarters
okay
da ho no na ye sha but let me tell you onunu onim nie ebia it doesn't track the behavior and the activities of wontumi or they say but senko track pa dia obewu say enunti na nsuo no abeyiro mo
yes sir lady ba ko ne kan say people na ejina nsuo na nimu ya no ya dwini nyina gu fom it is say nsuo no iba eba krom da
that is it inti that is waka obia or that enclave and that is why they are taking on now MPP forwards for one bi Mami Sanka suban bi those of them who are privileged are ebia mo ye MPs and are well educated no ye ka asem wa brofuma no omo constituency no mako dani asem na ka kire mo wo twi mo they have been doing this for a long time and this is what has brought MPP down till today because they always deceive their supporters their base no they deceive them that's right because they say omuko kumasa ombeka cho say wontumi ni echi aye no e political what politically motivated and yes sir so ombeka cho say wa say kwaye ama nipa no atiase say kwaye no say nti na ye chi no they will not tell them meanwhile we have this bunch of Ghanaians almost so dosu and you continue to deceive them to be thinking say ebi aban no na eye omusa. But we promise them this time around. I'm telling people, look, we manage this nation with peace and candor from Rawlings, Ofria Konyasu, Watina Kromha, Ayakayaka dia bia MPP penu, omudi yenu. As a former president, no, on one kasa kurani back, okofa public way, edi akofru aeroplane. Rawlings onu de enfani hu. Sa susu ye fi say, atamus ebe ya, ye frenu de Asunde MPP will change. They have never changed. But we are promising them. Say omuyi to chere and asika chere as NDC no. We are promising them that we also remind them where we are coming from. We are not going to be adianu Ghana nye NDC dia. Ghana nye MPP dia. But if you think you'll be doing things like this, also omubi di kotu say NDC 15 MPP 0. Do you get it? In this I call 115. Me sure mo boss on 2015. Yenu ye be mo 20. They have to go. Now Wontumi hu. Ade no enye political vilification no. Obro ma bo wasas Ghana sas ye manage economy.
Ora cases ahodo e work court nyina. Ebi betimi akojele wo.
Say na ebi bet na Wontumi ango. And now visa no de need nka ho. Ye. Look at the young ones there. Esaba Minua say Obi by allegation because it has not been proven yet. Say Obi 55 million. Abedum Sim.
The executive secretary of the interministerial committee on decentralization.
Yes, Abedum Sim. How many ambulances you better with that 55 million? You see, say Bikafra ye dia kunjabi mawa. You must know that any money that come to your sector, no, accounting will track it. Do you get it right? Okay. And some of people catch on say, "Ebias cannot be do hono." It means you should say, release biaba or akachi. By who say na who spend this cano, and that is where the tracing will begin. And no any political vilification be here, and that is what is happening. You discover no ma say no. So we are ready. Say ye be MPP for even thousand aguma magana ye die mfa super per what they have done
so far
through the process
what for mining sika
yes
manager padi bia
through the process enye ne obe gina street so aka tell me say table 10 the table must turn with evidence say ebia my ebony but if the table did not turn with evidence no Neno ebe friend political vilification.
Yes.
Do you get it right?
Yes.
If the table turn with evidence, I don't care. I don't care. Emrano di na sem ye. Anko Bati say time yesisa Ghana commercial bank boss be local another owu ye kunu ya no. That is not the one we are talking about. Sameye bonia trami bonia maye court ma court nu endi asem no.
Say they Wontumi dey.
That's all. That's all. So Ghanaians, Wontumi case is a big lesson to all of us. And asusunu as I say yen hwe na corporate governance ehun hia pa. Ba niema stress say wono muto ye mani ni ye brother ye papa na ye bra Ibrahim numu aban mu hwe mra na omu show mu sapo mu sio. They should open the minds. They should employ more youth. Now they should go into mining. Ibrahim, mesre pa. Say baby Ghana drum.
Engineers and planners.
Baby Ghana drum. Ubetunya tam nipa 50. Send them to Australia to learn proper mining. 2-3 years they should come back. And just say good year waha. Uya doye mi pepa. But I would like you to focus on that. Pick Ghanaians, send them to school, bring them to your company. Let us celebrate to me foreigners bia mining site omumbobra ye dimawa se Ghana fo na ye duma no so bia ko ni kroma si yampamu yan free South Africa. That is it. So what is very, very important to my brother me paucho we dey me catch your brother Ibrahim Mahama. Dr. Ibrahim Mahama baby aye dunu a good year waha. Yenuanu enim se na yetu.
Yes.
Send some of Ghanaians, say 100 kra, spend money on them, so that they will go and learn very, very well. No more come back to be managers of these companies. Ube create na yenya sika magana ne enam ho a okoskwa. On say time I go secondary school, u free school ba na why stro. Say no enu na yesape.
Okay.
So this is what we are looking for from you.
Very well.
Ghanaians, what happens to Wontumi and you'll be there. But as a teacher, at a point in time, you have to discipline the recalcitrant.
Sure.
So that the rest of the pupils in the class
serve as a
deterrent. That is what has been.
Meda se Daniel Kwesi as Simon.
Yeah.
And no eshia ewo.
And your quartet. And I want to they are saying it. And you mean America?
Yeah.
Almost some Bekoswa Bomanu Sadia and your Bekotetem.
Yeah.
Obekoswa Bomanu Sadia and the MPP Agukra. Obisi table beteni and Obisu Fanny for business table ben never tenny. MPP for Ghana for business table ben never tenny. And you want table na Oduma na plywood. It won't be table about 10. Any musubai we don't know when the table is going, but let me tell them, let us send warning to MPP. Munja huna mudi huna Ghana for. And power is transient.
Yeah.
And dear. Na mo anya power. Hey, MPP for mo anya power. Eba muze na power no free musem. So we want to take the time to let Ghanaians feel that this is their country.
Sure.
And that is what NDC is doing. Feel it. Look at motorway.
Yeah.
Amakwata to me jinaho. Akasa. You see, I don't know whether MPP for no or muta form script no free AI, because when you listen to them reading this nice script on a press conference, I don't know whether it is a chat GBT no mut confirm articles no free. Because I want to meet
nice writer.
Yes, but power. Many are not say. That is their character today. And you see the way Honorable Boja Michel Pa Edwanu de Ubobi Munina Yenina ye bo Edwanu ba Ugusu unim nenta because of Boja. Say no why you Kwame Nkrumah motorway afri wo. Why do size the motorway I knew. Into motorway be abasaba hono na Agbojadi and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ma why ha corner fa ka bridge fa ha say. So he has changed the motorway of His Excellency the Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana. So and I think that is what should happen. And Wamagana ni bia to me say unse contractor bi ye juma wo area anya frɛ na ka kyerɛ say na contractor no and I think this is number one example bon say obia gina ne nice contractor no gina obi to be we ka say we amaba hande nko muti say wo banti na amaba o Shagada ni oga chair minister in the presence of the contractor representative hey minister in there wa ba hanu eni no amaba o unya compare ombeko iti ya bibi and that is participatory democracy. Everybody is getting involved. Yes, because the democracy is for all of us.
Sure.
And that is what we should be doing.
Yes.
And as Ghanaians and as appointees, but last, one said, award assembly, I agree with the president because of the payment. But say, in this fourth republic, all the appointees we have today deserve award, gold-plated award. Because, oh dear, can you imagine? Say, look, I've been around for a while, from 1992, me nyakoda, 1993 na mawi training college, me nyakoda. Obi a to be go to classroom chira rolling style ni nyina. So from that time, if you monitor. We say MPP for nya back on Jaswa na scandal, debia every week scandal. Have you seen that this time round? And now is nosy. When I say nosy, it's not an insult. Nosy journalist omuniwo. But we are not getting it because obia than you so man say uye obe pamo. Na me so me pese obia pame. Enye great on to be fast and guase no emfa nkofi so obia than you so say yenye adwuma na Ghana for any NG so that the Ghanaians will fight for us. I feel so happy say MPP for bet we catch us say the next 2028 election there about me the money nka ho hwe onko bibia that is the spirit. When you deliver for the people, they come out to speak.
With the way things are going, about me on standing.
No. Me 25%. I am telling you.
2028 elections.
25%. And I even wish Ghanaians to deliver 18% to Famano.
Wow.
Yes, because this man has misled us. Look, so person fa obra baumia be bo with his certificate to Okroma. How can you come and tell us that you are economists? We are organizing so much press conferences at the Central University. Are you winning na? Nanado bejina a simple so catcher say a wunti say ubeba be ye Ghana sika yenti no enunti na okofa baumia di bae. Echere ye kama omusi ye bua. Me wa nanado kan do get nanado jina ho say see the na hata and nothing na makofa ba omiaba. Now we have given you the opportunity. How did it do? After the MPP for sabe insult ya katre say Bamia was not the president. Come on. That is the biggest insult. MPP for Eddie Maye Ghana for say we should keep quiet because Bamia was not president. What advice have you given him? Now, if you know you are giving prudent advice and the president is not taking it, resign. For us to know that, yes, this is not you.
They are not taking your input.
They are not taking your input. So I have resigned. Has he resigned? Not at all. Watina hosa abesinde inaye koka we see you are not president. Inti yemfa I don't want my president and son obetumi. Now president no na ya to force. Yeah. MPP for president and ya to force yana. Catch me. Ejuma no Wontumi ye me that die. You see life is very precious. Udi ukra ni woman oman ni nyina de show binsa amana say na. Look, he has taken your life. Yeah. That person have taken your life. True. Don't allow him to get closer. And then I say by 2050 system in Ghana for Muti say MPP are winning election. So usika ne be da banga ko yi usika.
Ombeba be good banks.
We ombe good banks ko yi usika. U business no tum fasika no fato gold na fa she wo mpasi. Gold no dey the kokrobia so go banya usika. Because these people call the MPP people. In fact, they have really dealt with Ghana all banks are indigenous bank or macrosi bank. In there will come say nyomwa. Why? Because if Ken Ofurata was able to use 25 million billion, to close banks in the name of 9 billion liquidity support, then you tell me what? And nothing and then NDC Bobra. Since when what is say over 1 year, a bind it to one a bushia bo is it not this government? Come on. Once I was in parliament,
yes.
The BIA called parliament, the first year they say they approval. And Sana Ghana bet to me. The BIA, the asset, the MPs called parliament naked akura. Yes, right, approval ni sa. But can you imagine? Kwame Nkrumah Ghana, 18 months. Government and sorry and Kwame Noni. MPP for say Bobusia or local. Na second of Ratan go jinko krani mrewasika ye Bobusia. That is the money we are using to pay them. We are recycling it to pay them. So that is why we are borrowing. But we didn't go outside this country. DDP. Yes, yes, you have to pay them as it matures. So we are using the treasury bills. Now yeditia. So that muso muhumbe ha mukakra. A trimodin for usoran people be catch us say while they were living, they live about 6 billion Ghana cedis at all. Say IMF and chichiro mu mini we ingama minis askan MPP for. It was a conditionality. Someone just cannot do what. Yes. That is what they were. And now me and never to catch us say, oh, we left money. Move by your own estimation and management. Have you leave any money? IMF neka chonse someone Jessica we ye no and no ma chichiro mu mini apesa wa shop mu mini mu enu nti na nkasika no ma mini o nka they will take all. If Ken Ofuriata was able to tell us that 52.5 billion Ghana cedis ayira e okaishi wa ha commercial banker, then what is 6 billion? 6 billion there according to say na edu so nko ma di ni nyina wie
52.5 billion Ghana cedis.
Taxes aya ji wo maimu ya kan dia aya campaign besin de Ken Ofuriata adwane Africa mu 52.5 billion Ghana cedis taxes aya yi no auditors report wo ho me boss say obehu say Ken Ofuriata no catch said the money has been transferred into unknown source. Have you seen that? These are the people, the group of people who did this. They are telling you that the table will turn. They should tell us the table that will turn. They should tell us whether it is economic table or managerial table or competent table that is going to turn. And I am very sure Ghanaians will not give their time to these people. They are very wicked bunch of government that we have ever seen. Very wicked government. Ndenanado se otifie. Matise omu kasa efa